WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have two solists from Kavalan that are European exclusive. So if you're in America, Australia, any place else outside of Europe, tough luck. You're not going to be able to see these because Le Maison de Whisky brought them over to Europe, and I got my bottles here from Kirsch Import here in Germany, which is somehow a partner now with Le Maison de Whisky. So we have over here the Ex-Bourbon Cask Solist Selection, Whiskybase 271333. This was distilled, or at least it was cast on the 23rd of October 2015. Almost 9 years later, on the 18th of September 2024, this was then bottled. Single cask, 141 bottles with 51.6% ABV. We're talking about a price of about 140 euros. Over here in the right hand corner, we have here Whiskybase number 275701. We have the Vinho Barrique. I love the Vinho Barriques from Kavalan. I have not had a bad one yet. Bourbon, I've had not so great ones, and I've had okay ones. I haven't had a single bourbon solist from Kavalan that just blew my socks off. Almost every single Vinho Barrique just is a dream come true. So, as I said, a 275701 whiskey-based number. This was distilled on the 10th of February 2017, bottled on the 18th of September 2024, identical to this. This is 7 years old, and there's 153 bottles here, and it has 57.1% ABV. Oh, looky there, about 178 euros is what the bottle cost, if you could find them. I cannot find it. I found a couple stores in Germany. I think there's 3 or 4 that have this for about 170 euros. Now, the only problem I have with this is if you go and you take a look online at Kavalan Solist Vinho Barrique, you will find out that you can buy a normal Vinho Barrique for 120 euros. So why are you going to pay 60 euros more for this European exclusive? It's not European oak. It's a European exclusive. All right, so Le Maison de Whisky just said, hey, I'll take the entire cask, all 153 bottles. And they said, hey, we'll take the entire casks of the bourbon, all 141 bottles of that. And by the way, if you're going to bring over a pallet of products from a company, you usually have about 600 bottles on a pallet. And so that was half of a pallet, those 2 casks. So they could have done even another 2 casks on top of that and still had a little bit of room maybe on the pallet here. And if you're bringing over more than 1 pallet, you actually get better rates for shipping. So that's what happens, at least with our products that we bring from the UK or over from the US to Germany. All right, so on the nose, I do get a little bit of a residue bourbon note on the nose. I get a lot of graham cracker. I get a little bit of a burnt butterscotch. I get some. I said graham crackers, didn't I already? Yeah, it's like whole grain graham crackers. Not bad, but not wow. Over here, the Vinho Barrique. Oh, that's so great. I get something like I liked cough syrup as a kid, especially the grape cough syrup that my mom used to give me. And I think once we had there was cherry cough syrup and there was grape cough syrup, and there wasn't enough of each, and we mixed the two, and then that's what this is. This is like grape cherry cough syrup, and that's a good thing in my life. I say cough syrup to Germans, and they all go, oh, no, that's terrible. That's yucky. And it's like, no, it was good as a kid. And this is concentrated. This is syrupy. This is goodness here. Yeah. Let's start with the bourbon. Let's start off with the bourbon over here. A little bit of barrel char on the nose. 51.6%. Cheers. Many people say they can taste the real distillate character in a bourbon barrel. Now, Vinho Barrique, a rum cask, a sherry cask, a port cask, they will mask some of that distillery character. Bourbon can mask a little bit as well, but not as much. It's a good bottle. C, maybe let's go for a C plus here. This is a C plus on a good day, maybe even a B minus. Let's just say C plus plus. Would I pay 140 some euros for this again? No. I did a bottle share. I like Kavalan's products, and I was like, okay, I'll be able to do the bottle share very easily. Did I mention I hate the boxes? There's these like pianos or guitar strings in the back here. These are some of the weirdest, stupidest boxes I've had in a long time. They're too high for my whiskey shelves. That makes life also difficult. Every time I open them or close them, they always kind of just don't want to do what I want to do with them. I think it's absolutely unnecessary to have boxes like that. But hey, why not? All right, so some people like them. I do not. Yeah, okay. C++. Now, I think I just said I've never actually had a Kavalan Solist Vinho Barrique disappoint me. They are, so far in my life, they've been a guaranteed wow factor. I don't know how they get the casks over there without any sulfur involved. I'm sure they have refrigerated containers they put those casks in. Does it cost more? Yes. Is it worth the money? Definitely. That syrupy cherry grape aroma is definitely there with a little bit of a wood moment. All right, cheers. .1% ABV. Oh, the thing that I just enjoy so much here about Kavalan Solis Vinho Barrique is it starts off here. This is like a B whiskey, and then it just goes up. And it's not usual for a whiskey to actually increase in flavor and intensity after you've swallowed. The aftertaste here is just fantastic. And that's why this is a minus whiskey. Now the value for money, about 170, 70 some euros here. It's going to be a C minus. One, it's a lot of money for a, was it 7-year-old whiskey? And second of all, just go buy the normal Kavalan Solis Vinho Barrique for 120. You're going to save 50 euros. Come on. It's not worth it. So Kavalan Distillery is located in the Yilan County of Taiwan. It was founded in 2005 by the King Car Group. Gained international recognition for its single malts. It benefits from Taiwan's hot and humid climate, which accelerates whiskey maturation and results in rich, bold flavor development in a relatively short period. Rather than following traditional Scottish models too closely, Kavalan has built its identity through experimentations with a wide variety of cask types and an emphasis on precise wood management. And I must admit that Dr. Jim Swan was one of the leading consultants at the beginning. He was like, okay, we can't actually work against the temperature. We have to work with it. Kavalan produces around about 9 million liters per year. That's a lot. Their water source is the Snow Mountain. I can't pronounce the name in Mandarin. spring water. They use a lot of unpeated malted barley there. They have pot stills. They have I like that, they have a brûla mill here as the malt mill. The mash tun is a 12-ton capacity. They have made out of stainless steel. The washbacks are closed with external cooling system. The fermentation time is between 60 and 72 hours. They have 9 wash stills. They have 9 spirit stills at the moment. Then they have an onion shaped with a reflux bowl on the top of the wash still shapes with 12,000 liters each. The spirit still shape is a onion shaped with long necks, about 7,000 liters, and they have a lot of reflux. They have condensers. They have shell and tube condensers there. They have 7+ different warehouses there, racked, climate-controlled warehouses. At the moment, they have over 60,000 casks that are stored on site. The new make strength is 70%, which I think is interesting, but the cask filling strength is 63.5. The angel share is very, very high, and they do everything on site. Mashing, so milling, mashing, fermenting, distilling, filling the cask warehousing, as well as bottling is all on site there at the distillery in Taiwan, and that's kind of really, really cool. If I ever make it to Taiwan one day, which is not on my bucket list, I would like to see the distillery. I would like to experience Taiwan distilling culture there personally, and I think they're doing a fabulous job with many things that they have brought to the market. Okay, so A-, C for value for money, C++ value for money, C-, D+. Just too much money for what I'm getting here, but go for the Solist, Kavalan Solist Vinho Barrique for 120 euros. I would give that a C+ value for money even. Thank you very much for watching. Question of the day: what is your favorite Kavalan spirit? Your favorite Kavalan bottling? I once had a Madeira cask that was heavenly, divine, out of this world. What was your favorite Kavalan that you've ever had? Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell others. Bye-bye.